Hey everybody, this is Zach Daniels. So, I wanted to talk to you guys today about the incident that happened on September 23rd in Logan, Ohio, at the Logan High School football field where there was a 7th and 8th grade football game that was being played. So, I'm going to start with the official press release from the Logan Police Department and we'll go from there. We're going to talk about the mask mandate. We're going to talk about policing masks and the use of force on people who are not wearing masks in the state of Ohio, not Victoria, Australia, not Germany, not Sweden, not Russia, not China, but here in the good old USA, in the state of Ohio. So, on September 23rd at approximately 5:30 p.m., School Resource Officer Chris Smith was working a special duty detail at the Logan High School Stadium for the 7th and 8th grade football games. The special duty assignment was requested by the Logan Hawking School District to help ensure the safety of the fans and athletes during their inside and outside sporting events. Okay, make sure no one gets hurt, make sure no one gets riled up and rowdy, make sure everybody stays safe. Got it. One of their duties of the assignment is to ensure fans and I'm sorry, this is them having a mistype. So, one of the duties of the assignment is to ensure fans and are complying with CDC, Ohio Health Department, Ohio Athletic Association, and Logan Hawking School District policy rules and guidelines. Okay, that's a lot right there for one person to have to deal with. So, when it comes to complying with the Ohio Health Department, Ohio Athletic Association, Logan Hawking School District, I understand that that's what the officer was told to do, and that was the duty of his assignment. But the original duties of police department are to uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States of America. So why are the police now assigned to ensure fans are complying with CDC, Ohio Health Department, Ohio Athletic Association, Logan Hawking School District policy rules and guidelines? I don't understand. I do get the fact of let's do this. Let me go ahead and keep reading, and then I'll give you my opinion on what the officer should have done and where we should go from here. So, Officer Smith was walking into the stadium and observed a female sitting in the stands without a mask. He approached the female and advised her she needed to put on her mask as required by the school policy. The female advised that she had asthma and was not going to put it on. We're going to stop right there. So, Governor DeWine, when he initially set this mask mandate in place, he had stated that if you have a health condition, you do not have to wear the mask. Fellow Ohioans are to not judge or discriminate the person for not wearing the mask because you do not know their health condition. It doesn't matter if you think asthma is a minor health condition or a serious health condition, it's still a health condition. Leave it. Don't create this gray matter. You have a health condition, don't force other people to wear the mask. You should not be forcing other people to wear a mask in general, anyways. We are free humans in the United States of America. We're not muzzled swine being led to slaughter. So, let me get back to this. Officer Smith advised the female several times that she needed to put her mask on, and that if she did not, she would be asked to leave and would have to wait outside the stadium. That she's being kicked off the premises for not having a mask on. So she's going to have to walk by everybody else without a mask on, which is creating more issue and more turmoil. The female continually refused his request, and Officer Smith advised her that if she refused to leave, she would be cited for trespassing and escorted off the property. After several attempts to get her to leave, Officer Smith advised her she was under arrest for criminal trespassing and asked her to place her hands behind her back multiple times, and she refused. Officer Smith attempted to place her hand behind her back. The female began resisting by pulling away from the officer, and another female who, I cannot confirm this, but someone needs to confirm this. I'm pretty sure she works with Logan High School and she's affiliated with them. Why was it her job to come up into the stands and have a confrontation with this lady? Why was it, and on the video, there's a gentleman in a purple Logan athletic shirt coming up into the stands too. Why are they coming up in the stands and creating confrontation? If you're going to have a confrontation like that and there's already an officer on duty, why are these people getting involved? I don't care if they work for Logan High School or not. If you already have an officer on duty right there, it's the officer's job to take care of the situation and to be able to regulate what is going on and what needs to happen. Constitutionally, not just orders given. So, the female began resisting by pulling away from the officer, and another female began interfering with the arrest. She was not interfering. She was helping put the hands behind the person's back. It wasn't like she was standing there trying to aid in the woman getting away from the arrest. She was aiding and helping the woman be detained. Officer Smith advised her to comply or he would deploy his taser if she did not quit resisting. She continued to resist, and Officer Smith placed his taser on her shoulder area and drive-stunned her once. He was able to successfully handcuff the female at the time. An additional officer arrived, who, mind you, in the video, she did not have a mask on whatsoever. This officer did not have a mask on. The officer that was doing the arresting had his mask down under his chin. Hypocrisy much? And that when that additional officer arrived and assisted in walking the female out of the stadium, she continued to try and pull away from the officers while being escorted out of the stadium and had to be placed into the cruiser. The female initially refused to identify herself. Hocking County Emergency Medical Services was requested and responded to the scene. The female refused treatment. The female was later identified as Alicia D. Kitts. She was charged with criminal trespassing and released at the scene. At least she was released at the scene. That argument should be fought in courts. It should not be fought in the stands. My opinion, we do need some type of reform when it comes to our policing. If it's a minor offense like this, why are we not just giving the woman a ticket to show up in the court of law? She owes nothing until she's found innocent or guilty. She's to show up on that current day of court and fight her case. If she wins, she's good to go. If she loses, she'll have to pay a fine for not wearing a mask. Done. That's as simple as it needs to be. Why they needed to bring this abrasive situation to the forefront, I don't know. Let's continue reading. It is important to note the female was not arrested for failing to wear a mask. She was asked to leave the premises for continually violating school policy, which is to wear a mask. You see what they do? They twist words so you look like the bad guy in every situation. It doesn't matter if you're wearing a mask or not. That's not what you're arrested for. You're arrested for not leaving the premises because you weren't wearing a mask. Root of this, she was arrested for not wearing a mask and then denying to leave. Once she refused to leave the premises, she was advised she was under arrest for criminal trespassing. She resisted the arrest, which led to the use of force. This is an unfortunate incident for everyone involved. The incident remains under investigation, as it should remain under investigation. A lot of people from the area I'm friends with, not specifically Logan, but Southeastern Ohio. A lot of people are backing this police officer because she was not following the rules. She was not following orders. The last I checked, let me grab my favorite little book here. It's Constitution of the United States of America. Nowhere in here does it say we are order-abiding citizens. We are law-abiding citizens to the law of the Constitution of the United States. We are not sitting here to be ordered and peddled around. We are free. There's a reason the Revolutionary Wars fought. There's a reason Civil Wars fought. There's a reason the World Wars were fought. They were fought to free mankind. to bring freedom to mankind, not to be forced to unconstitutional, not to be forced to be under unconstitutional edict. This is horrible. It's sad. Why is the state of Ohio being treated like this? Why does Governor DeWine, which this is just going to be a whole nother conversation, why are we still in this? As this woman said in the video, this is BS. Another lady that was there can be heard saying in the background of the video, tasing this lady over not wearing a bleep mask. We started to wear the masks. Not initially when this started, mind you. We started wearing the masks whenever we made sure we had enough for the hospitals. Because if you recall, the hospitals did not have enough masks. So we needed to not wear masks, so we made sure that nurses, doctors, and people in the hospitals did have plenty of masks. Now that we're getting all of our shipments in from multiple places in China, where they have over 80,000 enslaved Uyghur Muslims making the masks for us, separate conversation. Now everybody is mandated to wear these. So let's look at the death count real quick. This is just the end general death count, cdc.gov. It says Table 1, deaths involving coronavirus disease, pneumonia, and influenza reported to NCHS by week ending date United States, week ending January 1st, 2020 to 9/19/2020. It says it was updated today, September 25th. So we're going to look at total deaths. The total deaths did not hit over 1,000 per week until the week of March 28th, which it hit 3,154. It then spiked up to 10,014 deaths on April 4th, and it stayed above 10,000 until May 9th, the week of May 9th. It then started to slowly decrease from the week of May 16th to now. On May 16th, there was 9,156 deaths. We've slowly went down to now, this past week, 606 deaths. This curve's been flattened. We did our jobs. 15 days to slow the spreads now turned into what? 170, 180, 190 days? We don't even know anymore. But the conversation that really needs to be had is, I understand, coming back to the Logan High School incident, that this lady should have been following the orders, and that the police officer was just in removing her for being deemed as trespassing onto the property. But as citizens, we need to talk about, when are we going to be done with the masks? When are we going to stand up for ourselves and say, no, we know what's going on. We know the facts. We have social media that is literally panning this out in live stream. Why are we going through the metric of trusting that news sources are actually telling the complete truth about what is going on with COVID? When are we actually going to talk about this mask mandate being done? When's the emergency order going to be lifted? This has not been as serious as what it could have been, but in defense of our government, we did not know. We had to prepare for the worst. I get that. That's why we had 15 days to slow the spread. So we prepared for the worst, and it's not as bad as what it could have been. That is great news. I'm so happy. It was reported by New York Times where we could have 3 to 6 million deaths, and we only have a couple 200,000. Although it's sad that those people have lost their lives. It really, truly is. At the same time, it should not be under the government's ruling to tell the people what to do. They're government elected by the people, for the people. Not to control the people. So I plan on posting videos every day. You can follow me on Twitter, BigZ52, Instagram, Zach.Daniels5263. And you can follow me on Facebook, Zach Daniels. If you have questions, comments, concerns, hit my inbox. I look forward to talking to you guys soon.